feel blessed. Dun, dun. I live the life I deserve. Blessings. Vacay, I feel better at work. Blessings. Man, that's blessings on blessings on lessons on lessons, or whatever he say, right? What's up, y'all? Today we are talking about creating a path to your dreams quicker, right? So let's get on in this thing. It is Mindset Monday, and we have to renew our mind daily, not just on Mondays, but every single day. It's our job to renew our minds and our thoughts, our perspectives, to get a new revelation of things so that we can move about, especially if it's something that's keeping us stuck, right? So, we're going to let some people come on in. Good evening, wherever you are. Good morning, afternoon, or what have you. Thank you for tuning in today. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So, in the previous videos, we have been discussing a few things. So, we talked about your destination, right? Which is your goals, your dreams, your visions, the big picture of what it is that you want to attain, right? Then we talked about the vehicle that you would use to get there, which is your strategy or your plan. How will you go about doing it, right? Next, we talked about in another video, you being the driver, right? And God being the guide. He's like the GPS that's going to give you the instructions on how to navigate towards that destination, your dreams. So, today we are actually going to be talking about the paths, the avenues that you're going to take in order to get to your dreams. But first of all, before we actually get started talking about the path that you would take, I want you to change your mindset and your perspective on some things that, thoughts that we may have towards money or towards whatever it is that you're looking for. We have a specific mindset, and in order to know what your true mindset is, you may say, okay, I want this, whatever it is. But good evening. Good evening. You may say you want a particular thing, but in a process of you wanting a particular thing, your heart begins to speak. Good evening. Hey, time. Blessings to you too. Your mind may say you want something, but your heart will start to speak things that go against what it is that you actually want. So before we actually get into the path that you're going to take, the avenues that you're going to take, let's change your mindset. We have to start being okay with talking about wealth. We have to start being okay with talking about finances. We have to be okay with talking about money overall. Hey, welcome in, welcome. So, in order for us to be okay with talking about money, we have to be in a mindset to say, okay, we may not have been taught about finances and money in our time, right? And especially if you are a believer, you have been conditioned to not talk about money, right? You go to hell. But you won't, okay? I promise you, you won't, because you have to go into your word and think about all of the things that God says regarding money, okay? He says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. It's laid up for you, right? So if it's laid up for you, don't you think you should be going to get your stuff? Go seek and knock, and the door is going to be open unto you. God going to open them spiritual bank doors for you. And he going to make it happen for you. Trust and believe in him. But we have to change our mindset about wealth. It's certain things that we don't talk about, and it's causing us to not progress as a people. So we have to get in that right space. But with the path that you're going to take, the avenues that you want to take, it can be different for everybody, okay? Now, if you have a regular 9 to 5 job, you probably want to go find some type of supplemental income that you can use to fund your dreams, okay? Now, because most times people that have 9 to 5 jobs, their money is already accounted for. But in order to get in a space where you can see what that is that you have in front of you before you make a determination on what it is that you need, the light went out. You have to know what it is that you need. So you can say, just say if you manifested, I want $1 million. Y'all tell me if that's too much for y'all, okay? Y'all might say, I want $1 million. The average person who works a 9 to 5 and they make $100,000 a year, they'll make $1 million in 10 years, right? They can make $1 million in 10 years, but maybe you want to have a vision in 5 years and you're like, okay, well, how am I going to get to that destination? Well, what are you going to do with it? When you receive it, how are you going to be of service and give back to the kingdom of God as well? Not saying that you have to spend all of it in there, but give a tenth. Give back and serve the kingdom of God, because there are people that are needing you. The Bible even says that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Well, I got the wrong one. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So you're going to be blessed with whatever it is that you choose. And it's desires that you have deep down on the inside of you that really don't even consist. It consists of money, but you don't have to ask for the money. Hey. So what you say is, you might have, oh, I want to start let's say foster care. Some people have been in the foster care system, and that may be their desire to give back to an area where they once were. Because they understand the trials and the tribulations that come along with being in a foster care system. So say you may want to have a foster care home, and you know that today where you are is not going to fund that dream. So you have to create a plan or an avenue to get you to that destination so that you can have that group home to be able to service those foster kids like you wish you were being serviced when you were a child. Or maybe you might want to open up a homeless shelter. Maybe you experience homelessness and you've seen some hiccups and things within the homeless shelter system, and you're like, look, I know I can make it a whole better system, but I just need the resources, the avenues, the finances to get there. But this is my desire, this is my goal, right? It's good to see you too, Cuban. So uh if that's your desire to really give back and to serve in an area where you may have been, and you want to help other people to come out of that situation as well, that's where your heart really lies, in that desire. So how are we going to get there, right? Now, we know that some things may be temporary. So you may pick up some side hustles and you know, okay, this is temporary. Or you may have a hobby that you enjoy doing and you might want to get paid for it. You know that that may be temporary until you get to that desired destination. And even in the midst of you having a foster care home or homeless center or whatever it is that you desire, you know that eventually you want it to be something that can pay off and to help you in your time when you are ready to retire. You don't want to be doing something forever, right? You want to have an end goal of say, okay, I want to retire by this date or in 10 years or 20 years or what have you. So what's the plan to get me there? Because your regular 9 to 5 just ain't gonna fund it. And if you just looking to be a millionaire, baby, let me tell you something. In 10 years, you might have to add on another what, 200,000, because after taxes you will no longer be a millionaire, right? So you got to add on some extra money with that $1 million to consider yourself actually having a million after taxes, right? So if you have your regular money already spent from your 9 to 5 job, find something that you can do and set a goal. Maybe you might want to do a side hustle or something, perhaps extra income stream, until you get to that desired goal that it may take. Out of you being a millionaire, it may only take you 100,000 to make a foster system, a foster care home, and you might want to have 20 beds in this foster care home, okay? Or you might want to have a homeless center where you're servicing families. And in the midst of you servicing family, you're providing resources to be able to give to the people, or graduation programs if they graduate the program in order to be in your homeless shelter. You may have stipulations on it, right? Now, you don't always have to provide the entire funding for, right? Because there are programs out there such as grants. There are resources out there where they will give you funds in order to fund your dream. The vision just has to make sense when you go to present that business plan to these people. So if you go with someone that is a business plan writer, then you will get to that dream and it'll make sense. The math has to math on paper. And it's okay if you don't know how to write a business plan, pay somebody to help you get to your desired goals quicker. You don't have to know everything. Only thing you have to know is, okay, I know the strategy, I know the avenue, I know the end result, and I know who my God is. And once you know all of that, guess what? Everything else will start coming towards you and coming to you. That knocking and seeking that you're doing for what you have control over, it will begin to open doors for you, right? And so there's grants out there. You don't have to repay grants back. And those grants are specifically servicing the type of industry that you may want to help, or the type of industry that you may find a person in that may need help, or what have you, right? So you go ahead and you apply for those funds. Guess what? Now you move on to something else. Okay, I want to put the beds in here. There's more programs. You will begin to see that there are so many different programs. There are programs where they'll give you free computers to put in your facility. So all it is you putting that plan together, that strategy, and then what's the avenue to get there. And then so with a lot of different companies that give you money, or if you're getting loans or what have you for your dream, they just want to know, what is your investment? What are you willing to invest? Because this is your dream, right? And if you can say, okay, I have this much money saved up to put towards my vision, I just need your assistance, they'll be more willing to give you the money, because why? You have shown good faith on your part that you're just as invested into your dreams as you want somebody else to be invested into your dreams. So it's no reason to sit back on your dreams no more. Go after the different avenues that's going to get you to that destination, right? Find it and find ways that will get you there quicker, okay? Now, because it's Mindset Monday, I'm going to tell you one thing that I know for sure. One thing. Having a coach or a mentor will help you get to your destination faster, because it's not only a thing where you're building up the business, you're also developing yourself. You're also having to build yourself up. So in the process of you having to build yourself up, or if you have a business coach that can help you get to that place faster, because why? They have the information that you need to get you there quicker. They're going to help you to get to those shortcuts where you may have been going on YouTube looking for videos, trying to spend hours and days and months to find information that you can pay for to get right away. And it would save you a ton of time, effort, headache, all of that, okay? But you got to be in the right mindset so that you can receive. Because if you're not willing to invest in a coach, if you're not willing to invest in someone who has the knowledge or the expertise in where you're trying to go, right? That's part of your giving. You're giving not just money. You're not just giving, you're giving your time. That's why it's saying pay attention. You have to pay attention, right? Because anything that's given to you free, baby, my mom always said, we don't appreciate it. I appreciate you too. My mom said, we don't appreciate nothing that's given to us free. We take advantage of it, we use it, we abuse it, and things like that. So when you have to pay for something, now you're paying attention. Now you're listening because you've invested something on your part in order to get to the desired goals, right? That was funny, right on time. So that's the whole goal. Get around people that's going to help you get to your destination much faster, that's going to help you get where you're trying to go, and being okay with you not needing to know everything to get there. As long as you are connected to the right people, places, and things, you will still get there without having to needing to know how to write a business plan. You said you need to write a book for real. I wrote a book. Actually, the book that I wrote was just like a organization book for business owners. So to keep track of like your passwords, all of your information, your posting schedules, all type of different things for a business owner that would start out. I wrote that type of book. Now writing a book about this, maybe, huh? I guess we'll see. We'll see. So the path that's gonna get you there, or the avenue that's gonna get you there, it could be you picking up a side hustle, right? It's on Amazon, but I don't really put it out there no more. I don't really sell it no more. What I may do is bring it back as a revised edition just to update it because I wrote it in 2017 and a lot of the different things that, you know, technology and time takes place over time. So you things change a little bit, so it just have to be revised, probably to update it to 2025, right? So and then I'll let you know. Yes, I will. I'll revise that for y'all sometime this year. So um that path that you take, you put in forth your of investment that you're going to get in order to get to your desired goal. And the resources will begin to come to you because you are putting your focus exactly where you really want to be, not where you don't want to be, right? So you putting your focus right there. You're investing your time, you're investing your money, you're investing yourself, and putting your work into that place. You're going to get there. You're going to find people that's going to say, oh, I got a friend who has a building. Oh, I have a person who knows this. And they'll be able to help you. But it's about being in the right rooms, being around the right people that can help you to elevate versus being around people who's going to pull you down, right? It's about being in those right rooms. But in order for you to be in those right rooms, you got to get your mind right. You got to be in the right headspace to be able to receive the information that's being given to you in those rooms. Because sometimes when you first enter those rooms, we're not really focusing on the goal of that room. We're looking around and we're seeing people and we're, oh, I want that car they drive, or oh, I want to dress like they dress, or I want the lifestyle that they have, not really knowing that it's because of the information that they're about to give you. You get what I'm saying? You said that's how you got started. Really? Okay. Wow. So the information that they give you of being in the right rooms and connected to the right people is what's going to help you really get there faster. You don't say you want to retire early or retire. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but who really want to have to retire just to go work at Walmart? Who really want to go invest 30, 40, 50 years at a job to have to turn around as an elderly? I would hate to have to see my grandma or somebody, or elderly person, working in Walmart, greeting people and they being rude and mean to that person because they don't want to show their receipt when they walking out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't have what do you call it? Respect for older people. You say you have a wildlife company. Oh, okay. What kind of wildlife? You what kind of wildlife you got? So people don't have a respect of person. So even you being in that space where you're older, you're more vulnerable, you don't want to have to deal with the younger generation. Or I remember my granny, my one great grandma, she was retired. Now the only reason she did this was because she was bored. But she used to get on this van and take these kids to school. She just used to ride it. She ain't drive it. She used to just get on here and she used to just ride the van. And she would talk about how bad those kids was and what they was doing. It's like, who wants to put up with that when they're supposed to be living their life like it's golden? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. You remove them. Okay. Ricky Raccoon. I don't know where that came from, but okay. That seemed pretty cool. Pay is awesome. Yeah, I'm quite sure it is. Those are some creatures that's hard to get out your house, and people be willing to pay anything. Get that thing out my house. Get that thing out of here. This in my chimney. This in the roof. It done came in the attic. It's pretty awesome, though. So yeah. Anyways, you don't want to go through life only to have to keep working, and not to say that you want to sit at home, because usually when people sit at home they ready to expire because they used to being moving and up around all the time. But you want to be able to go travel and see the world in your golden years. You don't want to have to be like, oh, I gotta need assistance to pay my bills and all of this stuff, or pick up a part-time job. Just no. So while you have a chance, while it's still daytime, before the night comes when we won't be able to work because we're older and we're up in age, and companies, they don't really like to hire older people because, for one, they feel like they set in their ways, and they may move a little slower than a younger person. So they'll choose a younger person. And plus, um, they're, they're less trainable, okay? But you don't want to have to go through that in your older years, your golden years. You want to have a life where you're living comfortable at least. And one thing about having a facility or something like that, just say if it's a foster care system, or if whatever type of business you have, you're not doing it alone. And the reason you're not doing it alone is because you're going to have to hire staff. You're going to have people in position to be able to help you with this dream, because that dream should be so big that at the point you're at right now, it seems impossible. But with the help of staff members and employees and outsourcing it to other people, they're going to be able to fill in and be there, so you don't physically have to be present. If you get into the real estate game, and you start to buy properties, you don't have to be there to collect the money every month or tell the tenants, hey, I'm coming to do an inspection. No, you hire a property manager to be able to handle that, like a go-between. It's just like a job. When you work for a company, no one really has access to the CEO except that high level supervisor. That's the one that go and report everything that all of the other supervisors had a meeting and discuss, and they're the one who goes and discuss and have a meeting with the CEO. Everybody don't have access to it. So if you put yourself in that mindset of CEO, where you have one particular person that is in contact with you and communing with you, guess what? All of the work is on them. You somewhere on the beach catching a tan. Do they bite though? Do they be biting? That's a lot. That's pretty cool. But it's like, what is the risk? You know what I'm saying? That seemed pretty cool though. I know that gotta kind of be some. You might run into some fighters a little bit, and you do the work actually yourself. So yeah, y'all, that's pretty much what it is. You want to have things in place, okay? Adults don't fail. You pay for what you don't know. You pay for what you want in life, okay? there shouldn't be a reason that you're not getting to the desired goals when there's so many different resources from people, so many different resources from institutions, and they're willing to help you. When they say that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just, don't you know that that means that, hey, there's grant money out there, there's funding available for you. But if you don't take advantage of it, you can't get upset if these people who are aware that the grants are present are telling their family members to go apply. The requirements that you may read on the grant application, it may seem hard to you because this is your first time reading a grant or going after a bid, or somehow you have to go to a person who sees this all the time so they know exactly what the verbiage is saying so that you can get what you need. You don't have to know the ins and outs. All you may want to know is, okay, this is a grant. I want this grant. I'm not sure how to apply. Let me find somebody. And like I say, guys, y'all can go on Fiverr and find somebody who can write you a business plan. Y'all could go to anywhere, and it's for half the cost. Okay. Definitely. Like you say, it's about saving as well. The money that you spend is not really helping you, right? So if you could find ways to save money, because it's not about how much you earn, but it's about how much you save. That's a big factor. And then when you get the money, the things that you said you was gonna do with it before you got it, you got to make sure that you do it. And it's like, another thing, stop looking at the overall amount that you have to spend, because you're not going to spend that in one lump sum. Usually you're going to spend it in inserts. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, if you know that you need a business coach, somebody to help you to get where you got to go, you may have to pay their fee, which is a small portion, okay, of what it is that you're asking for, manifesting into your life. That's a small fee for a specific time. And then once you get the knowledge and apply it and do what it is from there, now time has gone on. It may be a week or two later, you get some more money. And now you're going to invest in Fiverr to get this business plan. And then you get some more money and you go and you get you a website, or you go get some more money and you say, you know what? I'm going to pay somebody to apply for all of these grants after you done gather all the grants that you want that pertain to your industry or whatever your goals or dreams is, and you go out and you do it. Do you feel women save better than men? No. No, not at all. I feel that women are emotional. So a lot of women are emotional spenders. Women will spend money on something that they don't need just because they see a sale price, when men will pay full price for something that they need. They don't care if it's a sale or not. But men, I think that men are better savers than women. And that's only because they think logically and we think emotionally. So yeah. Don't get me wrong. It is some people that, some women that will save. I'm not putting women down now all the way. But, and then with the cultural thing, a lot of women are taught to spend when they're depressed. And then when they're spending while they're depressed, they're spending money that they really don't have, putting themselves in a deeper state of depression, because they like, okay, hold on. I really ain't had that money to spend to begin with. Now I'm out here shopping. And, and trust me, I know this too, because I was that person at one point in time, and then to get out of it, what I had to do was I had to start. Don't tell the stories, y'all, but I had to go to get out of that habit and to get that dopamine that I needed for that moment when I was trying to transition out of it. I would go to the store and I would fill the cart up with things that I want that, I want that, because that's how I really did. And instead of me going to the checkout, I'll push the cart to the side and walk out. And it felt so much better, even though it was wrong because the people had to go put the stuff back up on the shelf. But it was therapeutic because I got the feeling of it out of the way without having to do the spending, until I learned how to manage, my finances or what have you. You said, I spent a lot when I was married. I spoiled her. My fault. Well, that was something you chose to do out of, being who you are, right? I don't think it came from, do you think it came from an emotional place? But that was something you wanted to do, you desired to do. But if that ain't something you normally do, you just did it for that. Would you say that you still are a bad spender? Is that something that you did before your wife came along? Or, you know, or you did that because, hey, this is my wife. This is what we're going to do. So that's another thing you have to think about as well. But yeah, so in order to get to your goals, think about paths. There are so many different side hustles out there, y'all, that you can do in your spare time. The good part about side hustles is that initially the taxes is not being taken out. You get the full amount right away. You said, yes, you're right. Okay. So you get your full amount right away. You got to put that money to the side for your taxes or what have you. But you're able to, as the money come in, you're able to properly distribute it where you said you wanted it to go. Okay. And then once you get to that set goal, you don't have to do that side hustle no more. You don't have to do that thing. But or you maybe you might want to continue on because you find enjoyment and pleasure in it, right? Because you're going to be doing something that you enjoy. You're not going to be just doing something for the sake of doing something. You're going to actually be doing it because, hey, I enjoy doing this, so this is the route I'm gonna take. I'm gonna enjoy the ride, okay? It's like taking one of them good old country long rides where you on that 2-lane road, one going this way, one going this way, and all you see is fields and trees. Make that ride beautiful, right? And you see the big old sun setting or coming up or what have you, but you want to make that avenues that you travel beautiful. You don't want it to be ugly scenery, right? As you travel down those paths. So maybe you might want to, today we are in a society where you don't even have to leave the house in order to make extra money. You can do it online. You can find different ways to make money online in your spare time in order to fund your dreams. Okay. Yeah, and only you know what, too much is. You know what I mean? If it's too much, you know if it's too much. If it's not too much, hey, what do you say? Ain't tricking if you got it. Never mind me. So that's what I wanted to tell y'all. Just find something that you can do. Find something that avenue that you can take. You maybe there's multiple avenues, right? We can work our way down. Maybe you might want to start off with having something an online business that may require. You said you kept it real. You keep. Maybe you might want to have an online business, and you know you're operating this online business, but you're like, okay, I do want to invest in passive income, right? Now you start learning about stocks and bonds and the stock market or real estate investing and you crowdfunding and index funds and all of that stuff, right? You start learning about all of these different things because you are like, okay, I want to make money while I'm asleep, depending on where you're starting at. But I'm speaking from a place. If you're starting from scratch, create something where you don't have to spend much money to get it started and to get a return on your investment. And then you might want to get into real estate investing or whatever passive income stream in order to help you to get to that dream faster. And then once you get the income from the passive income, now you get to your dream goal. The dreams that we have is not there for you to wake up at a snap of a finger and it appears before you. Usually the dreams that God put in your heart are things that are for the future. Now it's up to you to bring it back to today, to walk it out to the future, to go through that process. You say, you know what I found out at work? What's that? What you found out at work? Tell me, help me, let me know. So yeah, that's one way that you could go about doing it. That's a way that you can actually get to your destination quicker. But whatever it is that you don't know to get there the quickest, you pay for what you don't know, right? Got to pay like you weigh. And you'll get there much quicker because you're leaving it to the hands of experts to help you because they've already been where you're trying to go. You are connecting yourself and networking with people that are in environments of rooms you want to be in, right? If you want to get into real estate investing, start networking with real estate investors. They have so much money in the world, okay? They got all of this money, but they don't have the people to invest in that want to fund their dreams. They're like kind of like philanthropists, okay? Where they have the money and you have the idea, you put it together and combustion buster. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a big old boom. Having credit unions that have weekly amounts sent to them. Is that for the loans or out of your own savings account? Jay, you said, I just want to start living and following Christ to the best of my abilities. Hope you're good, sister. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's not for everybody. And you know what? This video ain't for everybody. So you right. If that's your end result and you just want to live for Christ, maybe that's the will that God has for your life. Who am I to judge? That's your thing. But what I was saying in the beginning was that God will put things on your heart. He will put dreams and visions to help humanity, to help one another, because we're all interconnected. Okay? We're all coming from the one source, God. So we are put here to be able to help others. And sometimes people don't want to start a business to help others. Maybe you want to give to different charities. And maybe you want to, and I'm going to be quite honest with you. When I see charities with the commercials and stuff, I be thinking to myself, like, are they really finding research for different things, or are they using the money that people are donating to keep creating commercials and pay their marketing staff and their whole employees? Like, where the money really going? Because why the research ain't found nothing? And never mind, forget about it. Okay, yeah. You said you have access. Oh, you're checking. So they sent. Oh, you talking about for saving? So they take the money out of your checking account and save it for you? Is that what you're saying? You said that's why I follow you. I enjoy your perspective on God. This isn't for me. I love you though. God bless you. You have a great day as well. Thank you so much, Jay. Oh, okay. So the savings. Okay, cool. That's a good way if they take it out. They do have apps as well. So they have apps like Digit that will help you to save money, and they automatically take it out of your account and save it for you. And then and you can actually create different kind of like rooms within the app. Even with your checking account, you could probably do that too. But they have like different rooms. So within it, so if you say, okay, this is a rainy day fund, or this is a vacation fund, or this is a business fund, you can sort it through there, and they will distribute the money from your account into it, into those different ones, and you can put the amount that you want to save on it. Yeah, don't touch it for years. Yeah. Stocks is also good if you don't want to. I mean, not stocks or bonds. Which one is it? One of them. You can, as they mature, you may not want to touch it, and you may want to, hey, I don't want to touch it, and I know I'm gonna touch it, so let me put it in this stock or bond, until it matures, and then when in that time frame, I'm ready to cash out on it, and I'm ready to get it. Absolutely, yes. That's the best way to go about it. But in the process of being blessed, because the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So not everybody is willing to put in the labor that is required in order to get to their desires and their dreams. But that harvest is so plentiful that you'll have enough to be a blessing to others and not just be blessed. And isn't that good? How good of a God that we serve, that we can actually fund our dreams and be blessed off of that and eat off of that while we're giving back to different causes, whether it's something that we experience in our own life personally and we want to give back because we saw the struggle that was within it. We saw the hiccups that was going on and the changes wasn't being made. And now you have the opportunity to create your own instead of going to the company meetings at your job trying to fix their business. Now you have the opportunity to create your own business and create the system and how you see that it should be regulated because you was in it firsthand. Oh my goodness. Yes. You said you a giver. And God loves a cheerful giver. God love and you know what? Giving ain't always money. You know, giving could be your time. It could be anything, but speaking specifically for the avenues that we have to travel in order to get to our dreams and destinations, it may require money, but it can require resources, right? Because the word in the beginning, the word was God and the word was with God, right? And all he did was speak a word. And that's why sometimes you don't have to have money to fund what it is you want. It depends on your level of faith too, right? Because you can actually just speak a word just like God did. If God is on the inside of us and we can speak a word just like he did and see it coming to fruition into this whole physical realm from the spirit realm. Mm. Mm. And it just come to you because it say the winds is going to blow. The blessings blow from the north, east, south, and west. And you don't know where they coming from because that be the wealth of the wicked, y'all. It's laid up for you. It's just for you. All you had to do was follow the path of the GPS, which is God, right? He is the GPS. And he's leading you straight to where you want to go if you listen to the GPS. Ain't nothing like turning on the GPS and then going the opposite of what the GPS is telling you. Gonna wind up in a ditch somewhere. Gonna wind up at a dead end somewhere. You said, I'm glad I spoke today. I've been admiring your wisdom. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you spoke up too. I didn't know you was listening. I thought, I'm like, I ain't seen you in a while. I appreciate that. So, yeah. And you know, you came with some very good knowledge as well. So, yeah, so that's the avenues that you have to think about. What avenues do you want to take to get to your destination, your dreams, your goals, your visions? What is the avenue that you are seeking to travel to get there? And maybe you might want to take a shortcut. You ever look at the GPS and you can go and say no highways? And when you say no highways, it's going to get you there, but it's going to get you there in a longer time, but you can take the shortest route and you can get there quicker. That's you willing to invest into you or the business and or whatever it is that you're doing, your dreams, and you get there faster because you found a faster route, right? Aw. Thanks for the support. So yeah, let's start having conversations about money. Let's be okay talking about money. Yes, you can be a follower of God. You can follow God in Christ and still be blessed and still have wealth and still talk about money. You're not going to go to hell talking about money. You're not going to talk about hell. Go to hell talking about wealth. Okay? This is what God designed for you. He said, be fruitful and multiply. And you know, remember in the Bible, they said that some people, when they were given a certain amount, some people buried it in the ground because they were scared. And some people went out and they reproduced their harvest and bought back double and triple. You know what I'm saying? What hurts? Oh, what hurts? So it's up to your level of faith on and in your ability to take risks. See, these are not just risks, they're calculated risks because you're listening to the voice of the GPS. your inner guide, your God inside of you, in order to get to the destination, right? So you ain't got to worry about all of that. What hurts? But yeah, that's pretty much all it is. Finding that avenue that you have. And the avenue can be temporary. It don't have to be a long-term avenue. You ain't got to unpack. You might just have to take that route. You ever see when you go down south or you take a trip somewhere and you like, look, okay, you got to get on this road. Okay, so it's this one route. Oh my goodness. It's this one route you take to get, right? It disconnects and then it reconnects, but it disconnects for like 20. So you could be going on this one highway for 200 miles and it disconnect for 20 miles and then it reconnects for another 150 miles. And that's the shortcuts that you find along the way that God puts in your path, the signs and the synchronicities that you have to be aware of in order to get there quicker, right? When you don't receive wisdom or help when you down. Well, you just look to the hills that come your help. Your help come from the Lord. So the places that you are giving, you can't expect to receive from those areas. You have to go, your help is going to come from higher realms, right? It's going to come from people who can help you. If you are the one that's helping somebody, then that means they're not in a position to help you at all. They need the help, right? So when you need the help, your help comes from other places. You don't have to look for your help to come from where you distribute your help. It come from God. And you go to God and God, when you go to God and you ask God for help, he starts sending the right people to you. He starts sending the resources to you. He will even drop the whole blessing right in your lap. And you be like, I ain't even tell nobody. I was just talking to God. I ain't say nothing. Try that, okay? Try that. And then when you try that, you're going to see. Just allow the process to take place. And it could, ain't no telling how much time, but God really answers prayers fast. So depending on your level of faith, just try that for a second and allow God to bring it to you, and it wherever it come from. But allow it to come to you and trust you me. And don't be afraid when it comes, because you might be caught off guard like, is it? It's too good to be true. That probably it right there. Yeah, you can't look for, they need your help. That's kind of like the foster care when I was talking about, yeah, when I was talking about building a foster care, you building something and you're helping these children that are in a foster care system, but you can't expect for them to come back and return that favor to you. They need your help. They need your shelter. They need your blessings to be able to house them and to be able to keep them, their lifestyle at a decent level, right? So yeah, that's all it is. And that's why we're all interconnected, because the help that you receive is going to come from higher realms. That's all. But we all are to help one another. That so just because you help someone over here, yours is coming from over here. Right? It's coming from this side. It ain't coming from that way. It ain't coming from where you gave. It's coming from this way, that way. It's coming from every other which way. Okay? Yeah. Wait a minute. You said I'm not listening to Steve Harvey no more. You my new mentor. Oh, I appreciate that. What did Steve Harvey told you to get the help back from the people? What Steve Harvey done told you? Oh, Lord. All right. Tap, tap, tap in. Hey. So that's, oh, another thing too is, I forget that fast. But yeah, that's just the avenue that you use. Go ahead and allow your GPS to tell you exactly what it is that you need. He just give good advice. Okay. I never heard him. I never heard any of his speeches. I mean, I've seen a few, but I think it'd be the music that be over there, be keeping me distracted from hearing it. But I've seen like a few where they had the music over and like it distracts me every time. So I never really sat and listened to him. Wow, I appreciate that. Look at God. But yeah, so those are the avenues you got to take. You don't have to take them, but free will, right? So take those avenues that you see fit for your life. There's no specific way to get to your destination except the way that God shows you. I mean, there are other routes to get there, but it could take a little longer. So if you want to get there quicker, follow them shortcuts. Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. A-Town down. You said you've been here before. I probably have. Um, I probably have. Many times, okay? I'm probably about 3,000 years old. I could be. I don't know. So, yeah. Follow those avenues. It was something else I was going to tell y'all, but it ain't coming to me right now. So, I guess uh, it ain't meant for this video, right? But that's pretty much what I have for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. If you need to reach out to me for anything regarding coaching services, or if you want to know how to start a side hustle, or maybe an online business, an avenue that's going to get you to that desired destination, feel free to email me. It will be in the description box below at missrayacademy@gmail.com. Okay, and we will be able to service your coaching needs, or if you're looking for a side hustle, it's going to get you there. And there are plenty of side hustle ideas that you can do, online ideas that you can do. Some people like traveling, so you may want to become a travel agent because you have traveled so much that you understand the ins and outs of what it takes to be a traveler. And you might want to share, hey, this is how you pack for a vacation. This is what to do to prepare for it. Here's a checklist for traveling. Here are some really nice destinations on a really low budget. Here are that. You know, you may want to do that. Or you may want to say, hey, I have this, okay, Amazon. We say Amazon for a fact. You may want to become an affiliate with Amazon, right? And if you are making money with Amazon, the way you make the money is you're already shopping. You're already spending the money. Why not make videos and be able to share with the people that you know, or that you know you're following, and say, hey, I bought this off of Amazon and I thought it was really neat. It was really cool. It was helpful. It was a very good invention. And I'm going to use this because it helps me to save either time, money, or what have you. And you share that with the people with your link. And guess what? You done got paid because you share something that you was already buying anyway. It could be clothes. It can be shoes. It can be household items. It can be so many different things. And it's not just Amazon. There are other companies as well that you can do it for, like Walmart or Target, or so many more places where you can make money online without having to leave your home in your spare time by just doing a short video of the item that you got, explaining how it benefits you, and it will get other people to buy, right? And once those other people buy, they click your link, you get a commission. Now think about that. A 30% commission on something you may have spent, just say $100 on, and somebody go and you get $30 off of that, right? Or, you know, if it's 10% commission, depends on the different platforms that you choose. You got $10 off of it. So imagine if you got a $10 commission off of Amazon, because I don't know if there's 10%. I don't know exactly what theirs is off the top of my head. But if you get a 10% commission and you get $10 because you bought something for $100, that's called investing. That's similar to investing in a brand like You know how Nike, if you buying tennis shoes and you invest in a Nike stock market, well, if you're going on Amazon shopping, you go ahead and you share your link with other people and you get paid for something that you bought. So now you became an investor, and now that product has turned from a liability into an asset. Ooh-wee. You get 10 people to do that, you done made $100, okay? You get to spread in those videos, right? Because when you share videos, it don't just reach the people that you know, it reaches people that you don't know as well. So the more people that you become in front of, because you are putting more videos out there of the things, and guess what? To start off, you don't got to go buy nothing from Amazon. You can already use the things that you have already bought or what have you in your home. I could say, here it is. Okay. Oh, look at this globe. I got this globe from Amazon. I'm just saying this I didn't get it from Amazon. I got it from Home Goods or something, but I got this from Amazon, and it was $30. This globe is really good because it's a good paperweight. Maybe you should get a good globe like this to put on your desk if you need a good paperweight. And then you'll be able to see that your papers won't fly away when the fan is on or the window's open. You sell yourself, right? And now people going to go buy it because you already had it in your home. You get what I'm saying? So take advantage of the resources that you have available for the avenues, because God has put us in such a time, 2025 and beyond, where things are at your fingertips. You no longer have to go search the Britannicas and the encyclopedias and go research at the libraries and all of that stuff just to get information that you need. But the problem with the mindset of our people, of people in general that have a poverty mentality, is that they're not willing to invest in themselves. The average cost of a person investing in themselves a year is about $14. And you know what that's spent on? A magazine. That's the most that people are willing to invest in themselves, is buying a magazine. When there are people, business coaches or coaches that can help you to develop, there are different companies like Fiverr that has the experts and the professionals that you need to get you to your desired goals. You got to go a little bit further than the checkout line at the grocery store. We got to do a little bit better for ourselves, because this is not about, oh, that person want my money. No. This is the benefit for you. This is what's benefiting your future, your generation. And I really believe that our ancestors didn't work as hard as they did to get to the freedom and the level of place that they got for us to go back into bondage by continually to work the job and give our energy all to someone else. Like, we should be continuing to go forward towards the freedom, towards a stress-free lifestyle, towards owning, towards having. Okay? So do your ancestors a service. Do your downlines, your future generations, your kids, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. Let them have a torch that you can pass to them. You don't want to pass the torch of torture to your future generations. You want that torch to be lit from a path. And that's why it's so important to know where you came from so that you can know where you're going. Okay? That's what I got for y'all today. I hope y'all rewind this video back. Reach out to me if you need me for any of the services, business coaching, if you need help with starting an idea and strategizing that idea. I almost sold y'all this paperweight. I don't even know what it is for real, but I almost sold that to y'all, and it's just a globe for me. But it could be a paperweight for somebody. I could sell you this phone case. Oh, look at this phone case. Oh, I got it off of Amazon. It is so good. It helps. It's got this strap on there, so when I go out and take my daily walks, I can put it around my neck so that it can count my steps in for the day, and I don't have to carry it and think about it, holding it in my hand or my pocket so it can slip out while I'm walking. And guess what? Now I can track my steps in a really good way. You really should invest in this product, you guys. Hey, cousin. I'm glad I caught you too. I ain't seen you in a long time. But now you selling the product to the people. So search, maybe if that's an avenue that you think is maybe good for you, where you don't have to leave your home and you can go online to get you to your destination, your dreams and goals. Use it. Become an affiliate. Become a referrer. Okay, referrer. That sounds crazy. Become a referrer. Refer things for other people, other businesses. Help to get the message out so that you can get paid in the process. Okay. I'm not telling you something I haven't done. I've done this for years. I've been into affiliate marketing for years with different companies, right? I told you I started off in about the early 2000s. I want to say 2001, selling products for a company called Petra Fashions. Okay, y'all? That was like the first company I sold for. Now, I don't, to each their own. If you feel like you want to invest your money first, that's fine. But after my experiences with different companies, there's really no need to invest your money up front when there are companies that are giving it to you for free for you to sign up and make money off of them, because you know why? That is their form of marketing, using your channel or using you. So you shouldn't have to pay for them, because if they got a TV slot commercial, that the TV company or the TV station wouldn't be paying them to post their video or commercial on their channel. No. So if you are the if you are the marketing channel, you shouldn't have to pay to market their stuff. Oh, praise the Lord. Okay, thank you, cousin. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I have for you today. Use the resources that you have available to you as you go on as you go on your path to your destination for your dreams and goals and visions, and allow God to be the GPS for you as your inner guide. He's going to lead you down the right path. Just make sure you're not going the wrong way and not listening to the GPS, okay? When the GPS is talking to you. Either way, I love y'all. Until next time, let's grow.